Hey guys, hey gals out in YouTube land. This is Clay with Clay's AC and Auto Repair and Clay Motion here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And this is the Clay Way. If this video is helpful, please consider subscribing, clicking the notification, sharing my videos, liking my videos, and sending me your nice comments. If you want, at the very least, just turn that volume down on your computer or your phone, whatever you're listening to, and let my videos play on through. Today we are going to show you something super sweet. We're going to show you how to fix a problem that could cost you $500–600 to fix on this Volkswagen Jetta, and this is helpful for any car that has a flex pipe that has rotten off of the bottom of the car and is now making your exhaust. If you've ever owned a car that has one of these flex pipes in it, and it's got a couple 100,000 miles on it, you've probably experienced the same problem. I'm going to show you how to rectify that situation fairly easily. In this situation, it required a little bit of welding, but it turned out real well. In most situations, you can just clamp them, and I'm going to show you them clamps later on in the video. If you're a Volkswagen owner and you've got one of these 2.0 turbos, this is pretty straightforward. And there's only one bolt that's going to be a challenge for you, and we spend a good amount of time showing you how to take out that one bolt up there that is a pain in the butt to get to. The other three bolts are right down here on the bottom. Real simple to get to and super easy to take out. And you take out these two, and then you're going to run back here and you're going to take off this clamp right here, and that's going to allow you to remove this whole piece. If yours is broken like mine, but not no more. If yours is broken like mine, this will help you out. And we had a broken flex pipe. Really sucks, right? It's not too bad except for one 13, are these 13 millimeter? 16 millimeter nuts, and they could be 15, depending on how much rust you have on them.
Well, for this particular one, a 5/8 is actually fitting perfectly on them.
We know it's not supposed to be because it's by the Germans. So anyway, we're taking out the top one, and what I really wanted to be specific on in replacing this, and I'm going to show you guys a super neat way to do this on the cheap, is this top bolt. And I'm going to turn on a little light before I get down in there. As you can tell, Jeff is super stressed out about getting that bolt up there. And I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I'm definitely trying to get it up in there. Oh, where's it be? It's one of them bolts you can feel. Got your socket on it?
I think it's on it.
And he's got this crazy urban wobble right here. And he's down here by the battery. And I don't know what he's doing, but
I'm trying to get him to go into the wobble, but
and I think he's just going to use it as use it as an L bracket to turn that thing off of there. Now he's gonna run out of space though. I don't know with that opinionation of that wobble if that's gonna work, but
it's the only
we're gonna see.
It's the only thing I can get on it right now.
He's got the socket down on there, and I think this is the most important part, folks. So maybe that thing will shatter right on camera because that is a crazy angle. That's how you break a universal, fellas and ladies. Oh! She's coming out. I'm gonna show her my old face. Oh,
it moved, but
yeah, it did move a little bit. You might have to reset that, guys and gals.
This is freaking stupid.
I think he could have got it right from here, personally.
No, I tried. I couldn't get the wrench in there, down in there.
Like right here, but the wrench is too tall. But yeah, I think if he used this goofy angled ratchet that we got, he could actually get it on there.
But I see what I can do.
He sees what he can do, folks. This is real live stuff here. We don't normally record all of this gibberish, but and I suppose we might have even be able to, remove this bracket here, and it may have made it easier, but it's kind of not the point. The point is, we're no better than you guys at home, and we're supposed to be professionals. What you got going on there, Jeff? What you thinking?
Try to go up between there.
Try a little something between there. Oh, he's in between there. Oh yeah, if he can get that universal to go down in between them two hoses. I see what he's thinking.
Oh, he's got the universal pointed there. I think we're going to end up fast forwarding a bunch of this so he doesn't have to live through this mediocrity. I'll see if I can put my hand down there and get a hammer hand. Hang on, Jeff. I can't see it and I can't feel it. And I'm looking through the camera. Let me get it straight again. That beautiful line is right in the way. Alright, go ahead. Try it out. top. No, she's pointing down. Okay, now I'm trying to hold it. At the same time, hold up there. It's still pointing down. I'm going to put the camera down, maybe I can get to it. Maybe I can hold it up against that line. Oh, he's getting there. Is it in there? I think so. I think it is. Looks like it is. No, it's... Let's see. Ah, came out. Hang on, I'm going to set the camera down, folks. Okay. So we got the whole setup made here, and Jeff is trying to feed it in between the two heater lines there. And then we're trying to put it on the... Put it actually on the socket. Now it's a pain, like having one hand with the camera. You got it right on there? Yes, it is on there.
She's coming up.
There's just so much flex in there. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good, Jeff. Good job, Jeff. So that's our last bolt. Okay, no, it's not bolts. I always miss speed. I don't know what it is. It's because I'm focusing on holding the camera and yapping at the same time.
This is not going to be a fun one to put back on.
It's not going to be a fun nut to put back on, like Jeff said, but we got it out. We ended up screwing it out enough, and then we should have turned it with the socket in the extension, but I dropped it on the ground, so we just turned it off with our fingers. You know, we got most of this done, but it was only simple stuff that we got done. We unplugged the O2 sensor right here, and we took off the 3 nuts that we could get to right here. We undid 2 13mm bolts right here that held our exhaust on. We unscrewed the O2 sensor.
13mm bolts here that hold this little cross member down.
Yep, we took them off.
And then 2 13mm bolts here. Loosens up the clamp and pull that section of pipe down.
So this is what we had going on, folks. If you guys own a Volkswagen, you probably called to find out how much this was if your flex pipe broke, and you're like astonished and blown away that this thing's like $400 or $500, and that was aftermarket. So what we've done is we've removed it, and we're going to take and grind off this lip. Now this is going to require that you have a welder to be able to do this, or have somebody weld it on there. The second portion you won't, so you could technically take this off and take the pipe that I'm going to show you, take it to the shop and have them weld it on for you. And then the second portion of the pipe down here where it clamps on the other end, we're going to use a clamp, and I'm going to show you guys a super sweet clamp that I use. Make your lives so much easier when you're going to install any exhaust on any automobile for the future. So what we're going to do is take that off, get going to town. So we picked up this pipe at our local parts store. It was ACI here in Grand Rapids, and this particular one is a 2.5-inch ID by 6-inch with extensions. The extensions basically mean that it has this part welded onto here, and that's what they talk about when if they ask you at the store, you know, do you want a shoulder or no shoulder, or flange or no flange. They're basically talking about the ends welded onto this. I think they talk about the body when they say 6 inches, because this looks like about 6 inches right here. So keep that in mind when you're replacing this. I usually get the ones with the shoulders because I never know if I'm going to end up clamping it, and if I do end up clamping it, well, the Torco Easy Seal clamp. And the reason that I use these, and I'm going to go ahead and put in a picture for you guys right here. So this is one I installed on another exhaust because we ended up welding this one, but they fit so nice. They absolutely seal up the best. Now in this situation, I thought that we would use one of the clamps on one end and just weld it onto the end of our coupler here. We're not going to do that. We're going to actually weld both sides. But you could take the whole pipe down, and because you got your complete exhaust off, you could cut this flange off of here and have it welded, or you could have it welded to this. And we're going to weld right to that. I don't even think we have to cut the flange off there because this is a double wall exhaust, and it's just easier for us to weld it together opposed to actually taking it out, because the other end is not clocked at all, so it doesn't matter the clocking on it.
Yep, so we ground it off a little bit to make sure our weld was going to stick, and Jeff was kind of just test fitting it to see how it's going to look, and if it's going to fit square. Now to break the welder out.
Whoa, check this out. That's a thing of beauty right there. Oh yeah, there you go. That just saved you about $400. Man, I love it. I'll put it up in there and see what she looks like and what she sounds like. We've got her on there and we've got her all finished up, so we're going to give her a little spit and see how she goes. Oh, Listen to that thing purr. That is quiet, and that's good work. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please consider subscribing, clicking the notifications, sharing my videos, liking my videos, giving me them big thumbs up. God bless you guys. Remember, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too.